So we all have a lot of poetry, and so we thank God for the opportunity to use it once again.
Yes.
Amen. Some of it I inserted from some other poetry, and a little bit I wrote. But anyway, I just want to share it with you on this afternoon, and thank you for inviting me. But listen, God never promised us that the road would be easy.
Right.
He never promised us that life would be all well. If we didn't have some storms and rain, some heartaches and pain, we wouldn't have a testimony or a story to tell.
All right.
We live now in a day and age when as women we may not be respected. So unfortunately, many don't know their worth because by men, on their jobs, and even in the church, they have been rejected. When a woman realizes her worth, she won't accept neglect or misuse.
Right.
She won't settle for mental or for physical abuse.
Yes.
My prayer is that this comes from my, I have a dream. My prayer is that our black men would once again regain respect for our black sisters.
Yes.
That they would no longer call us names. I pray that our black men would once again become proud of our black sisters.
Yes.
And that our sisters in return would do the same. I pray that our black men and women would once again have dignity and pride.
Yes.
That they have class, integrity, and respect for themselves.
Yeah.
And as in the past, they would be proud to walk by each other's side.
Yes, Lord.
I remember when black women had great respect for themselves. They didn't dress half naked in the church or on the streets.
Well.
My prayer is that they will reclaim and proclaim their virtue, their pride, and their dignity, and that they would become spiritually strong and not sinfully weak. We must admit that some of our black sisters have brought a lot of dishonor, a disrespect, and disgrace and pain upon themselves.
Yeah.
And they have no one else to blame because they had no pride, no dignity, integrity, no shame was in their game.
Yes.
I'm praying for Christian morals once again. That as Christians, we will go back to the old time way. When men were real men and women were real women. To those times, we can recall, Sister Kathy, some better days.
Yeah.
Days when our people didn't have a lot of money. In fact, we had very little of life's earthly treasures.
Yeah.
But we had good Christian morals. We were God-fearing people. And we didn't get caught up in all of this worldly pleasure.
Yeah.
Unfortunately today, God bless some women with a good God-fearing man.
Yeah.
And they say, he's not my type. They tend to make very bad choices because they choose the hoodies with the pipe.
Come on here.
Some men were not raised taught how to treat a woman. They had no good examples at home to follow.
Well.
They believe that a woman is just an earthly possession and they're only good for sexual pleasure and a dollar.
Well.
Yeah.
Sadly, things will not change or get any better until women realize and understand their worth. We're priceless. We're precious gems.
Yes, yes.
We're beautiful queens upon this earth.
Right.
Yes.
And if we want love, peace, joy, and happiness, it's not in a man, it's in Jesus Christ. That is where it is found.
Yeah.
Through him, we can have the desires of our hearts. Through him, we can be free and no longer bound. Women of God, we can come out of anything that we are in.
Yes.
We must believe and have no doubt. Even when we feel trapped or stuck in the mud, we must remember that we serve a God who is a miracle worker, and he can bring us out.
Yeah.
So no matter what the problem is, as I'm coming to a close, no matter how Satan strives to deceive, all things are possible if we trust in God and if we only believe.
Yes.
We must not let that devil steal our joy. He is a big liar and he is a deceiver. The joy of the Lord is our strength. The Lord extends his grace and his mercy to every Christian believer.
Yeah.
Women of God, if we want to walk in freedom, we must stand on God's word and his promises.
Yes.
If we want to have the victory, obedience and the fervent prayers of the righteous is the key. He'll break every chain and he'll set us free.
Yeah, yeah.
Because of God's grace and his mercy, we are no longer slaves to our past.
Yeah.
We can have new life in Jesus Christ. We can be free at last. Free at last.
Yes.
Free at last.
Free.
Thank God Almighty through Jesus Christ. We